Alright, so today we got part 2 of how to make 2K gaming thumbnails, all types of stuff like that. We're going to be going over some of the more advanced stuff. I'm going to pop the video up on the screen of the first, part 1. Check that out. That's the one that'll get you up to speed and get you knowing how to do a lot of things. Like you'll be able to create thumbnails and do a lot. This is the more advanced stuff that I didn't cover in that video, but I talked about in that video. So if you could drop a like, sub, turn on post notifications. All these videos are, for informational purposes to help you guys out. 2K26 is coming up. I know a lot of you guys might want to get into content and this should help you out a little bit. So the first thing I'm gonna go over, Photo Room Instant Background Remover. This is the new app that I use to remove my backgrounds. I showed you guys me doing it with the pen tool in the last video, and it takes a while when you do it like that. That's the OG way I did it. But this way, all you gotta do is take your picture, throw it in there, boom, it removes the background, save it. Simple. Saves you like 15, 20 minutes of time. I mean, this is like a blessing. So this right here, it's something you guys are definitely going to need to utilize. On top of that, download any type of things you want. So like, let's say you want to change this shirt, right? Because I'm going to be showing you guys how to change the logos on shirts to other things. You know, put something in your My Player's hand. I'm going to show you how to put a mask on your My Player. I'm just going to show you how to do the more advanced things, how to create certain things and stuff like that. So if you want logos, just come over here, just look up logos, download them, save a bunch of different logos. You could, one that I'm going to be showing y'all for this video is right here. This is one of the logos I'm going to be showing in this video. If you need masks, any type of mask, like let's say you need a Michael Myers mask. I've never actually done this before, so I mean, this might be something cool to try. Save a mask. From there, if you want to, you can even throw this in there so you don't have to waste any time cutting that out later. Boom, you're done with that. And then whatever you want from here, you feel me? I'm gonna do glass shattering background. So I'm gonna show you something cool with that. Something like this right here, that's nice. Yeah, yeah. Alright, something like that'll work perfect. And then yeah, so let's open up Photoshop. Let me show y'all how to do things in Photoshop. We're only 3 minutes in, which is good. This one ain't gonna be as long as the other one because I taught you guys pretty much everything in the last one. This is just me teaching you all the stuff I didn't teach you in the last one, the more advanced stuff. So another thing that I am going to say is having packs makes your life a lot easier. I'm gonna just open one up just to show y'all just a little something of it. When you buy packs, you just get so much stuff inside the pack, man. It's unbelievable, bro. Like a couple designers that I would recommend for this, I'm gonna tell you their names. Phorful, Phourful, and then buckets, BXCKETSSSS. You just look up buckets and then you look up Forful. You'll find them on Twitter. They got packs that have all the stuff you need, like customizable attribute bars. Having all this type of stuff helps make your thumbnails go 10 times faster. Like having all these types of screenshots you need, it's definitely something you guys are going to want to invest in. I do it every single year. If you guys ever need thumbnails from me too, I have a shop. The link will be in the description. Thumbnails by me are only 10 bucks, man. So capitalize while you can. Get yourself some thumbnails to stock up for 26 or whatever you guys want to do. Now, let me show you how to do some of the advanced stuff, you feel me? So, first thing I'm going to show you guys how to do, I'm going to put in the screenshot that I just downloaded. Now, this mask is going to be a lot easier to put on my player because um, you don't really have to cut eyes out or anything. Now you might need to do a little warping or a little adjusting, but pretty much what you want to do is just watch. I'm not sure how good this will look on my player, bro. I'm just keeping it a buck 50, but I'm trying this as something different to kind of show you all the example. Might need to warp it a little just so the angle is on point. Need that angle. Alright, so you get an angle that you think is cool. What you could do now is remove the hair off your my player. So then it just looks like you got the mask on. And then now if you want to remove the logo off the shirt, right? You're gonna come over here to the clone stamp tool. Is this the clone stamp? Yeah, you're gonna hit the clone stamp and then you're gonna alt click on part of the shirt and then you're just gonna press down. So you're gonna keep alt clicking and going down. You gotta make sure you keep clicking on the shirt so then you're getting pretty much the same exact color. That's why you'll always see me hit over top of the area I'm about to go down on, pause, because it helps you just blend the color straight down. Feel me? So this is how you're gonna remove basically the logos on here. You can make this a little bit bigger if you want to, depending on how big the logo is or what you're trying to remove. You see how it keeps duplicating sometimes? If you don't click down on the shirt enough, that's what'll happen. So yeah, now you removed everything off the shirt, right? This is the screenshot we're left with. If you want to, you can take the this and make it a little bit bigger. There. You could take that logo you downloaded earlier, slap that on the shirt. Once you slap that on the shirt and you got it in a position where you like it, alright, so once you got that on the shirt in a place you like it, you could create a new folder group over here, drag all three of them into the same group, and then hit merge group. From here, this is just all one file. You know, it's all one layer. You could just move it around and do whatever you'd like with it. But from here, if you want to make it pop out more, there's two different ways that I make screenshots pop out. I didn't show you this way on the first video, so I'm going to show you this method first. You go to camera raw filter, and then you go to basic texture, you put that up to about 60, go to detail, 70 on sharpen, put this on 30. Once you do that, it'll make it pop just a little bit more. Now you got that screenshot. Now you can add the glass shattering or some effects. You know, you could find whatever type of effects that you would like for your thumbnails, obviously. You just got to get creative with some of this stuff. And then I got a couple little court screenshots here that I found on Google. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to sky replacement. When you go to edit in sky replacement, you can also download a bunch of skies off the internet, and then you could just put the skies onto there, and then you do the same thing, create a new group, merge those two together, drop that down below this, and then with this, you're gonna want to add a little blur on it, because the quality is kind of bad when you blur it. It makes it look a little bit more tolerable. And then from here, I like to go through all the different things until I find one I like. If you want the glass shattering like that, you can have it like that. There's all types of different effects you could do with this. I might, alright, so what I'm gonna do now is you could go to adjustments right here, and then you could click gradient map. Yeah, you'll click gradient map, and then you would select the two colors you want the background. Now, since the shirt's pink, I'm gonna go pink for the example, and I'm gonna do pink and black here. Might look better the other way around. Alright, yeah, so once you do that, you can now go over and do this again. Alright, so let's say you got it like that now. There's all types of different stuff that you can do to make creative thumbnails, you feel me? I'm just showing you some of the examples of different things I might do from time to time. I don't like how that looks like that. I have to do like a really vibrant pink. And that. But yeah, so this is just me playing around and making a little creative thumbnail. I'm gonna show you how to add different things to this as well. Just say you wanted to add a 2K logo on here. I mean, that's just a little taste of some different things you could do, right? I'm not even gonna use this. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this. But another thing that you could do, that's how you remove the stuff off of jerseys, put masks on. Another way you could put masks on, it just depends on what type of mask you got, you feel me? So if you want like an Obito mask like this, you would size it to your My Player. Now what I like to do for these masks and stuff like this, it just depends on what you're doing. Like I said, you have to make things look nice. You have to make it look right. You have to be creative. I'll take a little black brush, black out the eye, and then I'll do like a little strap. That's what this is supposed to be, is like a strap. So that it looks like it's strapped onto his head. And then I'll add like a little shadow just to make it a little dark behind the mask. Maybe the same thing up top a little bit. Or actually, no, I don't want to do it up top. So then you have the mask on your My Player like this. You could do the same thing to remove the shirt and add a whole bunch of stuff like I told you before. You can add a whole different logo on there. Oops, let me do that. Size it up. So you wanted to make like a dribble moves video. You just put your text here. Then you got your screenshot right there. You know, you can make the custom shirt on it, everything like that. That's pretty much some of the basics. I mean, I might actually use this screenshot for something. So what I'm gonna do is change the shirt again real quick, add another logo, and I'm gonna show you the second way that I like to blend them because I showed you the camera raw filter a minute ago. I'll show you a different way real quick. What is going on? Oh, I have to. As you guys can see, this is really easy when you get the hang of it. Alright, remove the shirt on that. So you want, let's try the Bape logo this time. Alright, so you want the Bape logo. Okay, so now we can merge this group. Go to filter. You could either do the camera raw one I told you, or you could do the topaz method. It really just depends on the screenshot and how it looks at the end. I use both methods. It just depends on how I'm feeling and how I feel the stuff looks. This is one version that you could do as well. So yeah, you would just do that and here. Okay, so you got the screenshot. So boom. That's how you do that. Next thing I will probably show you guys how to do is how to make your My Player hold stuff. Because making your My Player hold stuff is something you see really common in a lot of thumbnails. Um, So yeah, I'm gonna cut to the next part, and the next part will be me showing you that. One more thing before I show you my bootleg way of making your player hold things. I just made this. This will more than likely be seen in a 2K26 thumbnail by me. Um, the way I did it right, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I did it. I took this screenshot, so the same screenshot that you guys just seen me turn into the one with the Bape shirt, and I added this screenshot of Obito, right? You're probably wondering how the hell did I make this out of this and this? It's simple, man. The first thing I did was erase the Obito. You got to get him out of there, man. You don't want to see him at all. So erase Obito. You don't really have to be like, you guys are going to see. I'm just cutting it right down to the line at the bottom. I'm not even caring about cutting the hair perfectly out because we're gonna fix all of that anyways. And then from here, I mean, if you don't want to cut it down to the wire, you could just use this and it'll take the skin tone colors out. It's a magic eraser. So boom. Now you got this, right? Step one of this is restoring it, right? So I duplicated it and it made it a lot darker. That's the first thing I did. And then I took a black brush tool and I just went through and darkened up all the parts that needed to be darkened over here. So you see how this is just making it look a lot cleaner. This is in between both layers, you see. So boom. Pretty much what this did was just made it look a lot darker. It fixed all the imperfections that you could see that were like seeping through. Next thing we need to do is fix the back of this hood because obviously the back of this hood is cooked. So for this, you're going to do the clone stamp. The same thing you did for the shirt is what you're going to do here. You can make it as big as you want, and you're basically just going to go around and clone stamp. This way you have the exact color of the jacket. You feel me? You're copying the same exact color. Any of these little parts that are seeping through in the end, like these little black lines or whatever, we'll get rid of all of them, so you ain't gotta worry about none of that either. It honestly takes a little time, a little patience. But it doesn't need to be perfect. You just need it to be good enough. You feel me? I can start making this a little bit bigger. We're almost done restoring the jacket. So once you've got it like that, at least, hold on, I need to fix all these black lines. Alright, so once you got it like that, at least, you could just trim off the end and just try and make it the best you can as far as like it looking like a little jacket here. That's all you gotta do. You're done with that for now. That's done. So now you take that My Player screenshot that you just made, throw that in between. So you see how it's in the middle here? What you're gonna do is you're gonna size this up till you feel like it's appropriate. So whenever you feel like the size of your My Player is starting to get to the, it looks like it matches proportions wise, that's when you're just gonna take it, hit place. From here, what you're gonna want to do is two things. You're gonna erase this so then you don't see any of your shoulders. After you do that, you're gonna go over to the top layer, so the top layer of the jacket, and you're just gonna cut this out so then the hair of your mod player looks good. Once you got that cut out and it looks good, all you really gotta do is just polish it up. So on my player screenshot here, there's a lot of this little is that not on my player? Alright, so if you want to fix this right here, if it's like a little dark, it's bothering you, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna pull up the color picker and you're basically just gonna create a new layer and you're just gonna draw over it. And it should match. If it doesn't match, all you're gonna want to do is just double click, hit color overlay, go to red, and then match it yourself. Bang. So just like that, we remove that. You could do the same thing to the other side if you want. Add your player back. Bang. Get your player over top that though. So yeah, that's how you could just do little cool stuff like that. Now we'll get to putting stuff in your My Player's hands and stuff like that. Alright, to put stuff in your My Player's hands, I mean, it's really good if you have a pack. If you don't have a pack, then you're just going to want to look up like hand holding something on Google and just try and find a bunch of different hands. But if you're lucky and you get a pack, you could get a whole bunch of different hands like this, and it'll help. So let's say you want to do something like this, right? How easy this would be is literally just, I'm gonna add my player screenshot right in here. Alright, so I'm not sure if it'll look right with this. But you could literally just add the hand, flip it, make it to where it looks like a reasonable size. And then from there, if you wanted to, you could add like, I don't know, whatever you would want to add in his hand. So add money in his hand, you could add money in his hand. I didn't really download things to add in his hand, so I'm not really sure what to. But you guys are pretty much getting. You could add a takeover in his hand. Let me find a takeover. So this would pretty much be the easiest way to add something into your My Player's hands, or to do like something like that. You could edit this around in a lot of different ways to make it look more realistic, or depending on the screenshot you got, if you got a good screenshot. It's crazy that this was the original screenshot that we were editing, right? But you could just go to the hands, find one that you feel like will go with. Adjust it. And then from here, you see I could add, you go by the bend, you feel me? You got to look at where your actual arm is and where it's bending so you can make it look right. And then from there, you could always play with the exposure and stuff to make it actually like blend in. And then you could add like, let's say you wanted to add 2K14 into his hand. Slip it like this. And then pretty much what you would want to do is you would want to duplicate the hand, have one under and one over the 2K cover, go to the one that's on top, and you would just erase the thumb so it looks like the thumb's behind it. And from there, look, my player is holding the 2K14, you feel me? It's that easy to make your my player hold something or to do something like that. And then all you would pretty much do is just merge the group that has all the stuff on here, or you could create a new one. Show you. Merge the group. And then you could do the topaz filter that I told you about, and everything will look like it blends together. Look how the hands, it's not even, bro. Like, it actually looks ridiculous when you're in Photoshop like this, but you pull it out. See, you could make it blend and do different things with it. You could do the camera raw filter that I told you about. Do that. Just make it look a little more crispy if you want. There's a lot of different ways you can make it look better, look more realistic, you feel me? But that's the main way to do it. Other than that, I mean, if you want to do renders like this, see this one right here, all he has is two different my players standing next to each other. And then he went to this model, let me find it. He went to this hand model right here, you guys see it? And he literally just edited the fingers over it. You guys see this is the exact same. He did exactly what I just showed you how to do on these two my players. It's that easy. Like, it's literally that easy. And then some of these, like these ones, these are a little more creative. These are made differently. Some of these go through renders like Blender, and then you have to download the render, and it's a whole process to get into the way more advanced ones, but there's simple ways to do it to make it look like this, or to do what I just showed you to have it holding 2K14. It's really easy. So that pretty much wraps the advanced thumbnail tutorial up. I showed you guys how to adjust the clothes on your My Player, put your My Player in a Kotsky hoodie, put masks on them, switch logos and stuff like that, put stuff in his hands. Other than that, make sure you watch the other video because that shows you everything on the backgrounds and all the other stuff like that. Um, One question I'm gonna answer real quick before I get off of here. A lot of people ask how you even get screenshots like this. It's the Jalen Brunson Heart of the Dynasty workout. So it's the quest. You go to the quest. It's the last Heart of the Dynasty quest, and it's the Jalen Brunson workout. From there, you just put on whatever clothes you want, do the workout, and do replays, and just get screenshots off the replays. But that's how I get screenshots. If there's any questions you guys have, anything you want me to add into part 3 or whatever, just let me know in the comment section. And until the next time, your boy Han is out.